Okay.
Good morning and welcome to the Border Counties on this wonderful morning in Jedburgh. Conditions are going to be challenging today, but I'm sure everybody will be fine and safe. It's Martin Machine against the elements, and we've brought the elements.
With the weather-enforced cancellation of the Snowman, the Border Counties becomes round one of the 2019 KNC Groundworks Scottish Rally Championship. Unfortunately for the organisers, the weather has chased them all the way down to the borders. Snow, heavy rain and high winds, making it a tough day for all involved. And there is only one word to describe the top of this entry: stacked. Anyone in the top 15 could win, and it's all headed up by two former champions, Jock Armstrong and an on-form Ewan Thorburn.
Did you really expect to do this at Jedburgh the day in the snow?
No, not at all. We've had a decent week down here, to be honest, but then woke up this morning, back home in Duns about a couple of inches at least. It's not so bad here. I think the stages are probably slightly less again, so hopefully it doesn't cause too many upsets today and we can have a clean run.
Yeah, it could turn out okay. Might not. We've had the snow tyres on this morning thinking we've won a watch, and then we've taken the snow tyres back off, and then we've put the KM6s on and taken them off, and then we're on another tyre now. So it's a bit like a woman with her handbag and her gloves and her scarf and everything else.
You're just showing off that you've got 3 sets or 4 sets of tyres.
And that's me out. That's me totally out now. I can't show off anymore. So all I need now, thank you. All I need now is a World Rally car, and I'll be fine.
Chasing the champs is an incredible list of names, all in cars capable of a top result. Pearson, Petch, McDonald, Taylor, McCulloch, McCombie, Milne, Wink and Binney. Pick a podium from that lot. On the start line of SS1 we join SRC coordinator Robert Beck and Speyside clerk of the course Neil Shanks as Ewan Thorburn and Paul Beaton get the season underway.
Two-time Scottish champions, back out again this year after a couple of years layoff. Ewan's had this car since the start of the year. He's done 2 rallies, he's won them both. First 2 rounds of the BTRDA. He's coming into this really on form, really well used to the car. He could have a good chance today because he's used to the car. But it's an event that Ewan has never won. His dad has won it, but Ewan's never won it. But I'm sure today he'll be going all out for it.
Yeah, he's got to start his favourite, Robert. Really in good form. He seems to have fitted into this car very, very well. Did no rallying at all for 2 years, jumped into this and won his first event back. Phenomenal. He is really a great talent.
And it's a relatively steady start for the Focus crew with 2 fourth fastest times on the opening loop. SS3 and 4 in the heart of Kielder, and they turn up the Wick. 2 fastest times see them arrive at second service with a 32-second lead. And that was at the expense of Pearson and Bowen. First equal after 2 stages, the 2016 championship runner-up was on the pipe early on. The Three Kings stage would prove their undoing, a big spin and 12-point turn, dropping the R5 to second at second service. "35 seconds back came another Fiesta. English visitors Stephen Petch and Michael Wilkinson had kept their nose clean and consistent in third. Behind the 3 Fords came the Evo train. Michael Binney and Claire Mole headed into service in 4th, but only had a 5-second advantage over Freddie Milne and Stephen Brown in Freddie's newly finished Silver Machine. That would be a battle until the end of the day.
Repeat, long 3 right tightens. 50. Long flats pressed. 320.
And they were being followed by another Evo battle. 4-wheel drive new boys Thomas Gray and Harry Marchbank had just 6 seconds on Scott Macbeth and Daniel Forsyth. It had been an eventful day for the Red Evo, 5th quickest on SS1, before a burst brake pipe had set them back. Now they were determined to catch and pass their friends in the white car. It's been a long time since we've seen Jock Armstrong as far back as 8th, but stage times don't tell the whole story. Cammy Fair making a very uncharacteristic mistake, resulting in a 2-minute road penalty. Without it, the Impreza would be second.
Left 1 over crest, 50 down, crest, right 3 in, into left 4 in, and left 1 through the dip, 50 up, right 5 tightens long to 7 in, and tight left 9, into loose right 7, into crest, and right 8, 100.
"16 seconds back from the Impreza, Alan Dixon and Martin Forrest were once again putting on a solid performance, despite flirting with the ditches on the middle loop. And they were just 14 seconds clear of Escort legend Steve Bannister. With Callum Atkinson on the notes as usual, Steve was showing the other two-wheel drive crews that experience counts for a lot on a day as difficult as this. Four stages in and the top 10 looks completely different to how it did at the start of the day. Here are some of the many tales of woe that befell the top 10 competitors. First to go were McCombie and Coots. The Focus crew made it through most of Hindley before a misjudged cut removed a front wheel. SS2 would claim the I-20 of John Wink and John Forrest, slipping off the road on a downhill hairpin. But SS3 was the real bogey stage. First, we would lose Donnie MacDonald and Andrew Faulkner. They were followed out by Peter Taylor and Andrew Roughhead. Equal first with Pearson after 2 stages, they were forced to retire when a small hole in the sump guard had acted like a snowplough and filled the Fiesta's engine bay with mud and slush. SS3 would also end a disastrous weekend for McCulloch and Hendry. After being pitched off the road on the Friday shakedown when something broke, the team had worked overnight to even make the start. And despite the rally ending in SS3, they were awarded the Spirit of the Rally award after that fantastic effort they put in just to make the start line. The Border would also see entries from 3 of our championship sponsors, so let's take a look at how they fared.
Kevin, sponsor of the championship and running car number 42 in sunny Jedburgh. What do you think this morning?
Not quite sunny, but it's, I'm looking forward to it. New car, new co-driver, so a lot to learn.
How do you get on in the snow? Have you a lot of experience?
No, I've never done the snow before. No snow, so it'll be a first.
This is the first round of the KNC Championship because Snowman, unfortunately, as we know, was cancelled. But are you happy with how things are going just now?
I know it's good. It's a fair bit of advertisement for us, so no, it's good.
Championship title sponsor Kevin Crawford was debuting the ex-Scott McCombie Evo 9. 24th quickest in SS1 was a good start before he was forced to stop in SS2. Also out very early, Challenger sponsor Simon Hay didn't even make the start of the event after his Evo 6 developed engine problems on the morning of the rally. So it would be left to Subaru Cup sponsor Mike Motes to uphold the sponsor's honour with a 36th overall finish. But it was a fraught day for the Impreza driver. 2 minutes of road penalties and problems with the exhaust manifold, making it a battle just to make the finish. 15th overall, top SRC two-wheel drive and a Star Drive nomination made the long trip down south worth it for Paddy Munro and Keir Beaton. Just 2 seconds ahead of the more powerful Escort of Ian Wilson and Chris Williams at the end of the day. th overall went to Robert Adamson and Jane Nichol in the glorious S2000 Fabia. Definitely Robert's best performance so far in the Skoda. Keith Morris and Terry Mallon opened their 2019 account with a solid 13th, just 10 seconds back from Ian Baumgart and Richard Simmons. The Impreza fresh from a rebuild after a big accident on the Galloway Hills. Slipping out of the top 10 over the final loop, Steve Bannister and Callum Atkinson added another two-wheel drive win to the resume. Tenth overall despite a 2-minute road penalty, it was a fantastic season opener for Ian Bainbridge and Mark Fisher in the Impreza. Nine seconds up the road, Alan Dixon and Martin Forrest rounded off a solid day with 9th overall. Losing out by just 6 seconds in their battle with Macbeth and Forsyth, Gray and Marchbank were still very happy with 8th in their four-wheel drive debut, bagging a Star Drive nomination along the way. 7th overall, 6th SRC, a Challengers win and the Star Drive win meant it was a dream start to 2019 for Scott and Daniel. Beating their mates in the similar Evo was just a bonus after such a good day out. Salvaging 6th overall and 5th in the SRC, Armstrong and Fair were left ruining that 2-minute time penalty. Without it, they would have been just 2 seconds behind 2nd overall.
Right 1 in, 60. Left 3 in, right 1 in, 70. To long right 8. C60. Crest and right 6 line. And left 2 tightens to 3 in over crest. And long right 1 tightens to 5 in. And left 2 tightens to 6 over finish into long right 3. Minted. You like that one? That was bigger.
And that other Evo battle had really hotted up in the last loop. Not only was it for 3rd in the SRC, but Binney and Milne entered the final stage tied on time. Both crews went for it, and it would be Freddie and Stephen who would come out on top by just 3 seconds. Still a great start for Binney and Mo, and a perfect start for Freddie's new Evo.
Right over crest, 100. 6 right? Yep, 100. Turn 1 right, opens. This is 1 right, opens. And long 1 left. Repeat, long 1 left.
Yeah, Freddie and Stephen, 3rd Scottish crew at the Border Counties. Have you had a good day?
All right, reasonable.
Brilliant day.
You should have been with him. Was it slippy?
Hella slippy, yeah. Yeah, but I'm just sitting there, I'm just feeling what the car is doing. You need to ask the driver how slippy it is.
No, but you're the one that creates where the accident is going to happen.
Yes, I nearly did.
All he's got is the speed to make up what the accident is going to be. Yeah. You decide where it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Anyway, was it slippy?
Yeah, first bits certainly were, and surprisingly, once the snow went, it was actually harder to see. So that skill is slow to learn, but of reading the road, I think it's important, you know.
Somebody that offered you 3rd this morning, you would have jumped at it.
I wouldn't have believed it. Yeah, absolutely delighted. Yeah, I mean, it's just
from now
with Stephen and.
And from now on, it's sunshine for the rest of the Scottish Championship.
Well, it's a nice start, isn't it? And it's just, I'm always saying every rally I do, it's the Scottish Championship that means that's what's important to me. So.
Spoiling the Scottish party, Stephen Petch and Michael Wilkinson recorded yet another podium finish on the border. And after that spin set them back, Pearson and Bound put their sensible championship hats on and made sure of their second place finish. The Fiesta Trading Times with the leading focus to finish 33 seconds back from the win. Their early pace, however, showing they mean business this year.
We were quite surprised we were sort of still third after the spin. Spin dropped us a good bit of time, probably.
Was it a monumental?
Yeah, so it was a very slow spin in some respects, but I got it beached and dropped a lot of time. So it was a good 40 seconds, which possibly cost us the win. But I think looking back, a normal day, if you lost 40 seconds, that could have been 5th or 6th.
Yes.
So very happy with second.
Excellent. Now, this beaching, was this a get out and push job?
No, it wasn't quite that bad, but it was about a 12-point reverse, I think.
What, 12-point turn?
Yeah, and a few stalls. Yeah, so I think at one point I think we were quite lucky to get out, to be honest.
These cars are not easy to find reversing, are they?
And not easy to reverse, there's no wing mirrors. So it was tricky, but lucky we got away.
So this is a good start to the championship?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think at first or second today would have been the result we wanted. There was a lot of tough competition, and Peter was on a great pace. Ewan came on strong this afternoon, so I think we, looking at that entry list second, I think we probably proved a few people wrong, but it could have been better.
What about a moment coming round that corner?
And staying out of trouble all day, Thorburn and Beaton would record a third successive win in 2019 and take the early championship lead. But with so many top cars having issues this time out, they will have a battle on their hands all season in the SRC.
Have you had a good day?
Yeah, it's been really good. Obviously this morning we woke up a couple of inches of snow. I thought we'd be in for a wild day, and it was in the first couple of stages, but thankfully after that it cleared a wee bit and we could get the finger out a bit and push on, and thankfully we got the win, so delighted.
Now, you had 40, 50 two-wheel drive cars opening up the stages for you and giving you the tracks through. Did that make any difference?
Did a wee bit, but the lines that we take are a wee bit different to them, so we were nearly sucked into a few ditches. Just if you run wide a wee bit, just the slush and the snow grabs you and takes you into the ditch, so we were lucky on a few occasions, but thankfully we got through that, and then we had a push on the next few.
People were complaining about the windows steaming up. Does yours steam up?
Does I can't blame the co-driver for that one. No, there's a big puddle.
Maybe a heavy breathing inside the car, maybe.
That's it. Not by me, that's for sure. I'm too calm. Yeah, no, it was good day, so yeah, delighted to get the win.
And you've won by a fair margin, 33 seconds over Gary. Was that expected?
No, we were 20 odd seconds down after the first two, but obviously Gary had a problem in a spin and dropped a bit of time, so once we built the lead up after fourth stage, I think it was, we had just to get through the last two and obviously consolidate the win, and that's what we've done, so delighted.
The tricky conditions made the border all about survival. How will round two, the McDonald and Monroe Speyside stages, treat the crews in April?
He's broke it.